Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have tested out a variety of Primark makeup. I've never tried their products before, so I kind of did my whole face with Primark makeup and some of their brushes as well. So if you want to see how I got on, then please keep on watching. Right, so I'm going to start. I bought the PS Pro Miracle Primer, which was £5. As you can see, my skin's quite shiny, so I feel like I always need a primer. Pop some of that on, which, okay, I don't know if you can see, but it's coloured. So I didn't expect it to be coloured, so I'm hoping that it doesn't come out too much. It kind of reminds me, the texture reminds me a little bit of the Benefit Pore Freshenal. Maybe it's like a dupe. It almost feels like it's a little bit more mattified. Okay, so first impressions are okay with that. Not sure how my makeup's going to sit on top of it because it doesn't feel like it's thick enough to kind of make a difference, but we shall see. So as always, if you know me, you'll know that I start with my brows. I always use a pencil on my brow. I picked up their PS brow pencils in two different shades. I got one in medium and one in dark. I think I'm going to try the medium first because I don't know how it's going to come out, so I think if I try the medium then I can always build it up with dark. But they're £1 each, so ridiculously cheap. I'm just going to use the spoolie. Okay, my face is really greasy from the primer, so it's really hard to actually grip my eyebrow. Right, well, as you can see, what is that? It's quite easy to just slide. It's like literally sliding straight off. So I'm going to just go over it again. Can't really complain for £1, but okay, it could be worse. It's not as bad as I think. I'm going to try the other one and see. As you can see, I have used quite a lot already, so I think it is quite a creamy texture. Really hard to tell if I like this or not. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go in over the top with the dark just to fill it in a little bit more. I know that it's dark enough for me already, but I just want to see if I can get a bit more precise. I realised I forgot to put my headband on to clear my hair up my face, so I look like a tramp. I apologise. So as you can see, there is quite a lot of excess colour coming off the pencil, which I'm not really a fan of. I don't know if it's because it's quite hot in my room, so I don't know if it's making it a bit more sort of like watery, but if it is, then that's no good when you're on holiday or anything. In the sun, you don't want to have like melting eyebrows. So I'm just going to go back in with the primer on my eyelid. Normally I use concealer, so I'm just going to try a bit of the primer on my eyelid. Right, still feels a bit like sticky. Don't know what the word is. So I picked up two concealers. I got the Instant Fix Concealer Crayon, and I got two different shades because, again, I wasn't really sure what was going to work on my skin. So I got Light Ivory, Light Honey. So completely two different tones. I'm going to try the Light Ivory on my eye, try and prime my eyelid, but after the eyebrow situation, I don't know how it's going to work. So I'm just going to take this straight onto my eyelid. As you can see, it's quite light, so that's kind of what I want anyway. It doesn't feel that thick. I normally use like a MAC paint pot, so it does feel a little less thick. I'm just going to take my concealer brush and try and blend that in. So the primer's made it quite like watery, so the concealer isn't sticking as well as I think it normally would. I have taken the price of them, but I think they were £1.50 each, or £2. I will check my receipt and add it in. I'm going to go with the other eye. Oh, some of you might wonder why I'm doing my eyes first. I always do, especially when I'm trying new products, because I don't want to try some like eyeshadows and then the excess go all down my face makeup. So I'm doing the eyes first. To be honest, I don't think you can really go wrong with these as a, I mean, it doesn't look that bad as a primer. The colours aren't too bad. So I'd probably say this is my favourite product so far. It's good if you're like wanting to experiment and like using like concealers as an eye primer. Is kind of as much base as I'm going to get for my primer. So with the eyeshadows, I brought the Nude palette. I'm a big fan of the Urban Decay Nude palette. I thought for £4 I'm going to give this a go. A lot of the shades are quite shimmery and I really don't want to go for a shimmery look. I think I'm going to try some of the more matte ones. I think I'm going to take this shade, that one, and it's kind of matte, kind of shimmery, so I'm going to take that as my transition colour because I don't want to do anything too heavy. So I've popped it on the brush. I'm just going to tap off Whoa, okay. There is quite a lot of colour on that. It's quite difficult to blend out actually. I feel like it was the first touch on the lid was quite pigmented and then it kind of fell off. I'm just going to continue to blend that out because I just want to see how kind of smooth it goes. Okay, I'm then going to go in with, actually I'm going to go over the top with this end shade and I just want to see what that looks like. Because I feel like they're such nice colours for summer, but if they're not going to be that pigmented or anything then there's no point. I've just decided I'm going to go in heavier with it all over because I feel like it just, there's no kind of, you can't differentiate the colours. And with all my other eye palettes, you definitely can. And this one, I just feel like it kind of just gone into one. And I know it obviously went over the top of it, but that dark shade should have been a lot more pigmented. I'm going to take this pinky shade here and just put that just on the bottom and see. There we go. That's what I want. Look at that. I like it. It's redeemed itself. I probably made a judgment too quickly. I quite like that. I don't really know what colour scheme we're going to call this. So I wasn't really expecting to go for a pink colour. I was expecting to use more of the neutral shade, as I said. But we improvised and I feel like it's actually gone okay. I'm going to take the lightest shade in the palette and do like a little inner corner highlight. Whoa. Wasn't expecting to be blowing that much. Oh my god. Okay. It's quite bright. Feel a bit like a unicorn, so I'm just gonna... Primer, I'm not gonna lie, I think putting the primer on before the concealer was probably a bad idea because I feel like it's made my eyes a little bit slippery. So I'm having to go back in quite a lot, which is something I'd never normally have to do. In terms of the colours, yeah, it's okay. Like, it's not my favourite, but we definitely redeemed ourselves compared to what it was like before. And I thought I'd just go straight in with lashes, and as you all know, my favourite brand are Girls with Attitude and they're sold in Primark, so I was a little bit cheeky. But you can buy them in Primark, so it's still technically like classed as their makeup. Anyway, these are called Notice Me, and at least I've got a lash brand that I know I love and they're for sale in Primark, then you can't really go wrong. So I would definitely recommend these, and I know that already without even trying them on because I wear them all the time and they are honestly the best. And they're like £3 or £3.50 or something, and yeah. So I'm just going to pop them on and then I'll come back on after I've done them. So the lashes are on. As you can see, they're really natural. So this is kind of how they look without mascara. You could probably build them up with the mascara, but I didn't buy one and I don't want to use another one because then I feel like it's cheating. So I'm going to go in with my concealer first. Obviously you've got the light Ivory, but I think I might try the light Honey, and I'm just going to go... Oh. I think I'm going to mix the two colours. Go back in. I'm going to mix the two. And because it is quite thick, I'm going to, I picked up the makeup fixing spray. I'm going to try and see if I can blend it with my, this is the PS buffing brush. It was £1 or £1.50. I'm going to spray it and see if I can kind of make it a bit creamier. Don't feel like you've got long to work with it though. Doesn't feel wet either. Okay. Oh my god, it smells like Impulse. You know when you were at school and you used to wear like body spray? It actually smells like that. I had to actually check then that I have bought that. Okay, it dries really quickly. I'll try. Don't get it in your eye, like I've just done. Picked up a little pack of blenders, so I'm just gonna, because otherwise I'm gonna put myself in the eye. So I'm gonna ignore the setting spray and I'm gonna just put a little bit more on. And I just want to see. I'm gonna use my fingers. By the way, excuse my nails. I have actually been really poorly, so I haven't had a chance to get them done yet. But it's on my agenda. Don't feel like that's made too much of a difference, but I do have really dark eyes. It could be worse, so I'm not going to slate it too much because for £1, you know, for an everyday kind of look, it depends on your skin type and everything, so it could be worse. So I'm going to go straight in with foundation. Now, I went a little bit foundation crazy because there were no testers. So I picked up 3 different foundations. So I got the liquid foundation medium coverage in Ivory, which was £2.50. I got the PS Pro Longwear Mineralised foundation in shade Warm Beige, which was £5. And then I got the matte liquid foundation in shade Sand, which I think was £3. The price has come off of that one. I think I want to try this one first because this is the one I've seen most people use in their videos. So I want to see if it's as good as they make out. So it looks like this. Packaging is quite cute, and I'm gonna apply it with a blender, I think. I just hope the shade's okay, because I could end up either looking like a ghost or looking like I've been tangoed. I'm just gonna put some. I just want to see how the colour comes out. Right, I'm going to go with this shade. I do normally go quite a lot darker, but I'm going to test it and see. Whoa. Okay, it's quite thick. I'm not creating foundation lips. I just always go for my lips because it gives my lipstick something to cling on to. So far, I don't like this blender, by the way. This is a Primark one, and it's just so hard. I feel like I'm nubbing my face. Now I'm going to put quite a lot on because I like full coverage, so you can build it up, I guess. If you don't want this much, then you'll only need half what I'm using. So it's coming out quite dewy. I don't know if that's because I have an oily face today, or the primer, or whatever. But first impressions, not too shabby. Oh, this blender is so hard. It's actually hurting my fingers. I know you're meant to dampen it, and I always do, but I normally dampen it with my fixing spray, and this is just not, I don't think it's going to make a difference. Okay, that's much better. It's taken a whole patch out of my foundation. So I'm just finishing up my foundation. I'm just going to take my buffing brush again and just go around any areas that, because it's quite a hard blender, I just want to make sure I've kind of got everywhere. So I did use quite a few pumps, but as I say, I really like a full coverage. And to be honest, I'm quite impressed with this. I really don't think you can go wrong. At £5 for a foundation. Yeah, I'm really happy with that, actually. What I'm going to do is, because obviously I know I didn't use the other two, at the end I'll do like a swatch on my wrist or something so you can see the consistency of it. But I'd say that this shade is kind of what I normally go for. I'm actually really impressed so far. This little baby is my favourite. Now I'm going to go in and bronze and blush my face. So I bought this, the Sculpt Blush Kit, which was £4. I didn't go in and buy like one of their contour kits or anything, just because I can't always be bothered every day to do something like that, but this is so pigmented. Like, the blush is kind of quite pink for me. So I'm going to take the bronze shade with my PS Pro brush, actually not the PS Pro, just the PS, I think it was £2. And I mean, I love that already. Honestly, that is no different to how my MAC one comes out. My medium golden MAC one, and it is like a quarter of the price. Okay, I'm really happy with that so far. I'm going to sweep it in over my cheek, and I'm going to sweep it under my chin. Okay, so far I really love this. The bronzer is a must have in my opinion. Now I'm going to go with the blush. Now I'm not really a massive blush person. It's quite pink, so I'm going to try and see how it goes on. If I've got rosy cheeks, then I'm not going to be happy, so I'm just going to try a little bit. Whoa, okay. It's quite pink. Actually, do you know what? Oh, I feel like it's getting pinker. I like it a little bit. I think it is a little bit pinky for me. To be honest, it's quite like the NYX NYX Amber blusher that I use, so it's not actually, do you know what, it's not actually that bad. I hope it doesn't look that bad on there and I don't look like a tomato, but I actually quite like it. It's gone quite nicely on my skin and on top of the foundation, which is a must. What I'm going to do with this little goddessy colour, it's quite shimmery, I'm going to use that as my highlight. Taking my fan brush, which isn't from Primark. Most of the brushes I've used are from Primark, but I haven't been able to do a brush shop in Primark, so if you would like that, let me know. There's a little glow going on. It's on my nose. Right. I'm not going to lie, that's probably another second favourite product. The foundation and this little duo has been my favourite. I really like the way it's sat on my skin. I feel like it's like saved itself. I was really worried when I started doing the eyes that it was going to be a nightmare, but I feel like it's getting a little bit better, to be honest. Now, I normally wear a black liner, and I didn't buy a black liner. I brought this duo, a nude and a white liner, and I don't even know why. I just like, oh, nude, like, yeah, but it's not really going to go with the look I'm doing now. Oh, okay, I really like it. Oh my god. feel like it's actually opened my eye up a little bit. Okay, I am a fan of that actually. So yeah, £1 for the white one and the pink one, and I think it would look really nice if you're kind of like tanned and glowy and you've got a little bit of nude liner rather than the black heavy look. This is kind of quite daytime friendly, I'd say. Yeah, to be honest, the actual look itself is not too bad so far. Lips I'm going to move on to. I brought the PS lip liner pencil in shade Desert Sand, and that was £1. And then I got the PS Pro Vitamin E Rich Colour Lipstick in shade Iconic Nude, which was £3. Now, I love a nude lip all the time. As long as I can get away with it, I'm wearing a nude lip. But something really weird that I'm going to do, and I really hope it works, I'm going to take my brow pencil. Actually, I'm going to take the one in dark. I'm going to take it in shade Dark. And I'm just going to draw under my lower lip line to kind of create a shadow. Now, I'm hoping this is going to work because, like I said, I've never used this before. Right, so as you can see at the moment, it looks like I've got a bit of chocolate on my lip. So I'm just going to blend it out to give the illusion that I've got a shadow, to make my bottom lip look a little bit bigger. Of course, I'm about to just blend that out. And I kind of feel like it looks as if my lip's curling over. You might think I'm crazy, but I actually quite like it. Anyway, I'm going to take my nude lip liner, and I don't, sometimes I do just use a lip liner, so I'm going to see how it comes out because I've not used this one before. So hopefully, I feel like I'm having to press quite hard to get anything out, so could be here a while. To be honest, I can't notice a massive difference with this. I'm not going to lie, it's not as kind of pigmented as I'd like. So what I'm going to just see, I'm just going to see what the colour's like. This is one of their little poppy uppy ones. So I'm just going to go in with this and hope that it saves the day. Okay, so again, this is super nude. It's not very matte, so it's quite I don't want to use the word moist, but it is quite moist. It almost looks a bit peachy orangey. It's not too bad, it could be a lot worse. That is kind of the finished look. I do quite like the texture of the lipstick, and I probably would wear it. It's just super natural, so I'd say this look is kind of perfect for like an everyday glammy look. I am going to test out this again and spray it on my face just to see. Oh no, I do not like that. It's like hairspray. I feel like it went everywhere but on my face. No, honestly, it's a no from me. It's made my eyes water. I really don't like that. Ooh. Okay, that's probably the worst item that I've bought. Really not a fan of that. Right, so this is kind of the finished look. To be honest, I am not that disappointed with the majority of the products. I'd say my favourite products are the Longwear Mineralised Foundation, Sculpt Blush Kit, the lipstick colour in Iconic Nude, obviously the lashes. The nude eyeliner I quite like. I'm not really the biggest fan of the setting spray at all. Like literally, if you used to spray hairspray on yourself, like on your face, I know that some people sometimes do that to set their makeup. It does kind of feel like that. It does feel like I have got a protective barrier. I just didn't like it when I sprayed it on my face. It felt like it went in my eyes and it just felt really funny. But looking at how it sits on my face, it's quite nice. The concealer's okay. I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of the eyeshadows, to be honest. The swatches are lovely, and it might just be that because my eyelids are oily that it's not suitable for me. If you had dry eyelids, maybe it would work. The other foundations that I mentioned, I'm going to show you quickly because I know that you might want to see the consistency. So the liquid foundation in Ivory, I'm just going to pop some on my hand. This is a lot less heavy, and as you can see, it's really white, so it probably would have been too light for my face, but it dries into a matte. And I'd probably say, definitely would agree with the medium coverage. Yeah, I mean, it feels very light. For £2.50, I probably wouldn't complain. Yeah, semi-matte finish. I probably would agree with that, actually. It does look quite mattifying on my skin. So if you do want like a medium coverage, it's kind of quite lightweight, I would probably say this. The other one, which is the matte liquid foundation, I'm going to put on my other hand. I'm just going to put a small, oh, whoa. Okay, I feel like I've just wasted half of that. That's very liquidy. That looks quite dark for me, so maybe in the summer if I had a tan I could get away with wearing it. I'm just going to rub it in, and that is very creamy. It's not even going anywhere, that's how much there is. I mean, look at that colour. If I'd put that on my face, I'd have looked like an Oompa Loompa. It definitely, I would agree with the fact that it is matte. Although it's not fully dried, it's quite a matte finish. I almost feel like I've got matte paint. And look, if you see where I'm patting, it is going very matte So that is good, if that's kind of foundation you're looking for. Yeah, like I say, I'm glad that I stuck with mine. The PS Pro Longwear Mineralised Foundation, and it's got SPF 15 in it, which is really important. The primer, I'm not that impressed with, to be honest. I wouldn't really pay £5 for it. But everything else, what I'm gonna do is in the list below, just because I know I've been rambling a little bit, I'm gonna pop down like a little star next to the products that I would recommend you trying. And if you have any questions, then feel free to ask me. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and hello to all my new subscribers. And please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will see you in another video soon.